this is MJ, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make this beautiful cable stitch pattern. It uses a technique of going in front of the stitches and also in behind the stitches so that we get an opposite direction effect with this cabling pattern. So let's start out with just a double crochet in the first stitch. This cable design is going to be worked over 12 stitches. And I've worked up here 14 just so we'll border the cable with a double crochet on each side. So now to start our cable, we're going to skip the first 3 here. 1, 2, 3, those 3 posts. And we're going to work a front post treble, so go around your hook twice in each of the next 3 stitches. So now we're going to go back and work the 3 that we skipped. So the 2 ways we can do that is we can work in front and we can work in behind. The in behind's always a little trickier. But if you just kind of fold your work over, go back, pull up, there's your first one you've skipped. So let's wrap around the hook twice. There's our 3 skip stitches, so just go and go around the first one. Go around the next one. And the next one. And just moving the work out of the way like that just makes it a little bit easier to get in behind. Pull that all back now. So now we'll skip the next 3 and a treble in each of the next 3. And this time I'm going to work in front instead of in behind. And as we work along with this, you'll see how this is going to give a really cool effect. I'm always pulling them apart to make sure that I'm going into the right stitch. There's the last one. And now in the last stitch, we're just going to put a double crochet. Chain 2 and turn. So, okay, so I've chained 2. We'll work a double crochet in the first stitch. And now we're going to work back post double crochets in the cables across. So yarn over, turn your work so you can see those posts because that's what we're working into. We're going under the post, pulling up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2, and we're working in each post of our cables. So we've got the first 3. Now the next 3 are going to be tucked underneath, so you want to find them, sort of push them up so that you can see them. Making sure you get all 3. Now, if you pull this apart now, this time the ones that are tucked in behind, we're going to next. So make sure you get all 3. And I'm just feeling these with my fingers. And now we've got the 3 over top. So we're doing in total 12 back post doubles. So we're just making sure that we're getting the 6 from each cable. And finishing off with a double crochet in the last stitch. Chain 2 and turn. So now what we're going to do is we're not going to start twisting over this cable yet. We want to make it kind of go a little bit longer. You could skip this and start working into there, but for this look, I want to continue sort of pulling these cables up a little bit higher before we twist them again. So we're just going to work front post doubles now all the way across the 12. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we get the next 6. Okay, so as you can see, this one's going this way, this one's going this way, so they're sort of going in opposite directions. And now we're going to turn and chain 2, and we'll work. Again, we're just going to do back post double crochets all the way across. All the way across. This time, of course, it's easier to find them. So just work your back post doubles in the 12 across. And we're just ending with a double crochet in the final stitch. We'll turn, and now we're going to start twisting these cables again. So chain 2, double crochet in the first. And now this is just a repeat, but again, I'm going to work it through for you. It's actually a little easier because our posts are already established now. So we'll skip the first 3, work 1 front post treble in each of the next 3. And now we're working in behind. So again, you can sort of push your work down, yarn over twice. You've got to go in here and find that first skipped post. We need to find the next skipped post. And then the last one, and you really just have to pull everything apart so you can see. Flip it back up. You can see there how we're twisting. And now we'll skip the next 3, go work front post trebles in each of the next 3. And now this time we're working in front. And so you can see that this one's going this way, this one's going this way. So they're going opposite. If we had worked in behind again here, it would look exactly like this. Would be a replica, but because we've gone over top instead of under, we're getting the opposite effect. So it ends up with a really cool looking cable pattern. So depending on what your pattern states, whether to go in front or behind, you can get two different looks. And we're just doing a double crochet in that final stitch.